the sky might see the grandest ship that ever be came bounding in out from the deep. What secrets does she keep? Acid burning Lady Grey, General Gunner, Dragonheart, and Dave the Geek, Danny Samini and Hammy with Diamede sang. Flow, let the pains flow, the eclectic visions flow. Captain Bad Love's home.
Okay, now your microphone's not muted. Hi, Agu! Don't worry so much about what is frozen, you strange bastard.
Yeah, so.
Okay, so,
Now, can you see the Love Gallery screen, you guys?
Yep.
Cool. Do we know that for sure? I mean, they
Yes,
couldn't hear me.
How do you think I know they couldn't hear you? Because I'm watching upstairs
Mm.
in my office.
I'm currently going to clear the airbrush booth here a little bit for you guys so that we can get in there and work on the tank a little. Oh, good. You can hear. Hello. Wow. Well, hello, Maurice. I thought you were Maury, but hello, Maurice. How are you doing? And welcome.
They went back to the office, clean the office,
Right, I know, seriously, probably should have thought of that. I really should have thought of that, you guys. Like, clean the office before, you know, we got started. Oh, this is a nasty old one. Ooh, that's a nasty old one. Can't do that. So right now, what you guys are looking at in the Love Gallery there is Iffy Paints. I don't know if everybody knows this or not. Those of you that are crew may be aware of this. So Iffy got a gold medal at ReaperCon for this beautiful fire giant that he painted. Yes, yes. I was just showing everybody that while I was busy kind of straightening up, because really what I've done is make an absolute mess. I'm not really sure what I was thinking here, but I do need to find my tank, which is what we were going to work on. And I wanted to start with a nice purple coat on that and then maybe find something else to work on. But first I wanted to get into the, hello Gore, hello. Hello, Aspire. I see you out there. Let me see. And Maurice, it's just really nice to see a new face out there in the crowd. We will be bringing on all the cameras here in a minute. This is my first day back since my fall off the horse. So that should be interesting. We'll see how long I last. I'm still waiting to hear from the doctor on a few things, you guys. But I did make it to ReaperCon, and that was an experience unto itself. Let me tell you what. I got to meet Iffy in person. That was really cool. Took a silver medal for one of my chibis. That was really fun. Got to meet Holly Monster live. That was really cool. Apparently there was some other people out there that I passed and didn't recognize, but you know, honestly, I was in a lot of pain. So if anybody's out there and I walked by you at the ReaperCon and didn't notice you, what I gotta say is, you know, you should have flagged me down, because that's what everybody did. I was in a lot, and I do mean a lot of pain, you guys. By the time we got back here, I was quite honestly laid up for a very respectable 5 days. All right, let's see. So it's a bit of a mess, but I'm gonna go ahead and bring you guys live here. Oh, let's see. Hold on. Love that home. There we go. Let's see what we got going on. Here we go. There we go. Let's see how that's looking. Okay, that's going to be our palette for in a minute. Right? We're not doing that yet. And let me see. I'm going to pull my chair over here real quick and just have a little talk with you guys and see how things have been. I'm just ready to ride horses. I love horses. Oh, I got to get my, hold on guys, I got to get my foot thing. Make sure my googly eyes are present. Uh-oh, I think Geek brought those upstairs for me, and I actually don't know what happened to those. I have my second pair. See if we can find the second pair. No, they're not in there. Hang on just a second, you guys. There, so everything is like really, really unorganized. I really should have cleaned the office when I got back, but I'm telling you what, to be perfectly honest with you, I have been laid up for about a week, and that is not my favorite place to be. Okay, you guys, I have to go upstairs and grab the googly eyes. Be patient. Iffy, hold down the fort. Maurice, watch the horses. It can be a dangerous world out there. Geek wanted me to look at something, and so my googly eyes went upstairs. Right back. So sorry, you guys. I only have one pair of glasses that I can see for shit with. And we were gonna game. We got a new game at ReaperCon. Ah, Ben Halden. Let's see. What have we got going on here? Oh, there's Zelius Hunter. Rivets on tanks. Okay. Okay, I sort of have myself together, at least good enough for a little bit of energy drink time and conversation, just to see what everybody has been up to. Let's remove this. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Let me straighten that for you. There we go. Hold on. There we go. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it may be, wherever you may be. It's Captain Mad Love coming at you live. Hold on. There we go. In person with yet another chapter from the Captain's Log, which is just a little bit messy this morning. Just a little bit. Let's see. What have we got going on? All right. So, Zelius, you're painting a tank? Oh my goodness. So you are also painting a tank. I do see that Iffy is out there and Gore is out there. We have a new face in the crowd, Maurice. Ben Holden, how are you doing? You read in the Wendy's bathroom that laid up is a place you'd like to know. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. Oh my gosh. I'm the worst when I can't do what I need to do. There's Trader. Hello, Trader. How are you doing? Thank you very much, Agu. I appreciate it. I thought that since I had done this for the ReaperCon, that I would go ahead and do it for you guys too. Why miss out? Actually, I'm getting ready. When I'm coloring the hair again, my hair, and then I'm actually cutting it into this style. I was very happy with the convenience of this actually at the ReaperCon. It was very it just flattens really well, and it's off my neck for the most part. I kind of like it. So I was thinking, yeah, I would do that, and then maybe do the fall color thing. What have you been doing now, Ishan? You did, okay. Labor Day weekend, you went to, wait, so hold on. A local gaming convention, okay. But wait, wasn't ReaperCon over the Labor Day weekend? Oh, that is absolutely wonderful, though. I'm going to put baby away, you guys. Baby is on my desk. And, yeah, we're going to end up with a broken piece on baby if we don't put baby away. I don't know, baby. I must have showed him to somebody, but I've got to put him away. Oh, Ishan, I'm sorry. I'm thinking Iffy. I'm so sorry, Ishan. I'm so sorry. I'm thinking Iffy. I get you guys confused all the time. I apologize. I so apologize. So if I said that Ishan painted this fire giant that was up here, no, Iffy painted it and took the gold medal at ReaperCon. Ishan did not make it to ReaperCon. So right, that's right. That's right. I'm sorry. I get you guys confused a lot. What do you need, Trader? Oh my gosh. And so I have like boxes of stuff that I want to show you guys, but I haven't unpacked. So, oh, the Orc Dread. You can't have it. No. You know it's not for you. You know that belongs to a friend of mine. He commissioned it, and it's just been, he commissioned it well over a year ago and has not played Warhammer since. He got a new job. I think actually that he is now a stay-at-home dad because like his wife got a promotion or something, and then when she got the promotion, then he decided that he was going to be the stay-at-home dad or something like that. I think, I'm not positive on that, but yeah, I think so. Oh, if you can imagine a stay-at-home dad, I think he has like 3 girls or something. I can't remember. I can't remember. You'll keep it safe for him. Yeah, I bet you would. I bet you would. Yeah, I apologize, Ishan. I do that with you and Iffy a lot. You guys, I get you guys confused. I don't even know. I probably called Iffy Ishan a number of times at the ReaperCon, but it's just that oh, these gloves are terrible. I'm ordering some new ones. So yeah, I took a silver for little Yana. Remember the little chibi that I painted for Midnight Heroes? So that was kind of cool. Oh, he's gonna need it since the new. Oh, is he now? Is he now? Oh, this is something new to hear. Well, then he'll have to come pick it up, won't he? And his other orc, his orc boss that I have. And so Orktober's coming up, so I'm thinking about, that's kind of why I wanted to work on the tank a little bit, like to get a little vehicle time underneath of me. I thought that would be like really super cool. Oh, I got while we were there, the Scale 75 people were there. Oh, you guys, Geek got me all the paint. So now we're officially doing the Scale 75 thing. We're gonna do, I got the tubes. So we're gonna do, of course, get the tubes out just like we did with Cuttlefish and testing all the colors. I will post that so that everybody that wants to make it can can make it and we can go through all of those. Let me see what I got going on here. Looks like it's pretty good. Pretty good. I got to meet Jacob Jansen in person. That was super cool. Oh my gosh, he is such a good person. Then I have a whole league of people that, you know, I want to shout out for you guys to go give some follows and whatnot. Also, I've got a question for you because my TikTok is a little bit laggy. I wonder, you guys, any of you out there that have a TikTok and do the follow thing, do me a favor, would you? Two things. We gotta get the YouTube up to 1,000 subscribers so I can get my friggin' community page. So if you are not a subscriber on my YouTube, can you guys just pop in there? It's free. Give a subscription on my YouTube to help me get there. The other thing is, I need numbers on my TikTok. So if you guys have a TikTok and watch funnies on the TikTok, if you would go give a girl a follow, that would be great. It's also free. And that'll just really, really help out. Hello and good. Are we morning? Good morning to me. Good afternoon to you, Gray Paladin. Or is it good evening? Is it good evening? It's going a little bit better, Gray Paladin. The good news is, you guys, just to let you know, the relapse that I had recently, I have not had that in over a year. So my doctor said it's good. Like, that's really, really good. So that's good. I'm actually going to be working on a tank. We're going to pop into the airbrush booth, and I'm going to be doing purple metallic on a tank. Ooh, and some green stuff world. And then I've got to contact my, I would say my teacher of weathering. That would be Soulway Studios. If you guys are not following him and you want to cash in on some knowledge for weathering, that's where you need to go. That's Soulway Studios. Same thing. You can everywhere. Maury's everywhere is Captain Madlove. Don't forget the double D's. It is good to see you, Gray Paladin. I mean, I do keep an eye on you on your social media. It looks like you're doing pretty good. I'm glad to hear that you're happy. But most of all, I'm really glad to hear that you have a friend that is supporting you in your creative endeavors. Yes, it's everywhere. In fact, you know what, Maurice, you can push exclamation point links and it will bring up all my links for you. So you can just go follow me everywhere and that would be amazing. Thank you, Zelius. Thank you. And then there's Soulway Studios. So yeah, you guys definitely want to give him a look. Like if you guys want to weather a vehicle or anything, like seriously, it's just blowing your mind with the weathering, that guy. So I'm gonna have to get a hold of him for the tank because at first my tank is gonna be super beautiful. Let me grab it really quick so you guys can see the pieces. I want to show you what an incredible job. Actually, Geek, I probably should have had you put Pop Goes the Monkey in the title because that's what we're working on, is the Pop Goes the Monkey project. And I should have had you put that in the title. If I can get you to pop in there and tag that for me, that would be greatly helpful. Where's my tank? Tank. Let's see. Let me find El Tanko, guys. There's a whole lot of stuff going on before I left. Is that my tanky tank? There she is. All right. Let's take a look at these pieces. I'll show you guys. So Pop Goes the Monkey. If you guys have not been there, okay, you definitely want, hey Blade Mark, how is it going? You definitely want to pop into his website and take a look, especially if like you're a Warhammer fan. Oh, you guys, the pieces, like the conversion pieces, so much good, you guys, so much good. Oh, okay, yeah. You might want to private message that, Zelius, to Geek. I actually don't know what. I don't even know what those are. Are those bad things or good things or yeah. They are bad things. Hey, Nisko, how you doing? So here's my sexy tank. Now, mind you, this tank is a conversion that Pop Goes the Monkey made. They're bad things, mostly about the hate raids that have been... Really? Okay, well, you guys private message Geeking Out Gaming and let him know. That's good to know, too. It's mostly on a Friday. Although I have to admit, sometimes I do get a good chuckle out of that. You know me. So you got to check this out. Now, Geek knows. Okay, good. Okay, excellent. So Pop Goes the Monkey. This is a custom. He did this for me custom. And what I want to show you on this. Oh, that's when they all come in just cussing at you, hating you, and telling you you're old and you're fat and you're washed up and you should get off the internet and you can't paint worth a shit and all this other stuff. Like anything they could think of basically to throw at you. Like the last time that I had one, let's see, I found out, Gray Paladin, that from this, well, it was actually not a raid. It was about 3 guys that came in, or, well, I don't even know if they were guys, but anyway, 3 people came in, and I was informed, now I didn't know this until after that happened, I was informed that I was too old to be streaming this subject, and that I was fat and something else. I don't remember what it was, but basically, what I remembered the most is that I was too old to be streaming Warhammer, and that that I was too old to be streaming. And that I was fat and unattractive. And so I found this out by way of a hate raid. Oh, and they aren't the kind of trolls that listen. They just come in and start like putting all kinds of bad stuff. Just bad. Yeah, it was, but it was actually, I was laughing. I was the one that was laughing so hard because the person wouldn't, like they weren't even listening. They were just yelling in the channel about all the bad stuff. Hello, Use Your Wood. I was talking about you actually recently with a load of abuse and toxic terms, trying to get the channel shut down for not moderating it. Oh, I see. It can also happen while you're not actually streaming. Well, how does that happen, Blade Mark? Like when you're just, when the stream is off? That's weird. Yeah, the opposite of a love raid, exactly. So, okay. So this is, I want you guys to really see this. Let's bring this in close so you guys get a really good look. Let me make sure we're in focus here. So he did this custom for me. Notice the sea creatures. Look at all the barnacles. He handmade those and 3D printed these barnacles for me because I told him I wanted it to be an amphibious tank. Little door back here. Look at these little lamps. He made these little lamps for me and sent me a whole envelope full of them. Look at these little lamps. Aren't they cool? And his placement on the barnacles. And so, okay, so it has, now the really cool part about it, right, is the pieces, right? So you got this little lid that goes on right here, right? But he made all the pieces are magnetic. So they come off and you can exchange it for another piece. Okay, but you can also, I have to remember now, I have to remember how to put it on now. Hold on. Because when I don't put pieces together, here we go. But this one's really cool. So you put this one on, right? Whoop. So hold on. No, it only goes on one way, this way. Okay, right? And then this guy goes on top of that, right? Okay. But check this out now. Then you magnet the gun on the front. Okay. Hold on. Let me back up because it's kind of big. You magnet the gun on the front, right? Okay. But then wait, it gets better. Hold on. I gotta find the pieces. We need to put this little turret up here. Right? This little guy, right? But wait. And you turn this and it's got like these sensor guys, right? And you can change those out. So he's got different ones. And then this guy comes off and goes back on. He's got a little antenna. He only has one antenna. And then you can change out the guns. So you bring this gun arm, bring that gunner. Take this one off, but you don't want that one. Maybe you want this one. See? Different guns. If you don't want that one, then you've got the laser gun. And is this the one that no. So this one, there's supposed to be a piece. These must mount to the to this top plate. Oh, and then this guy's one of my favorites. I love this guy. He magnets on, but also I think this guy looks so cool. I love that guy on there. That's my favorite guy. Hello, Wandering Lands. Well, it's kind of like my version. So he made it for me. So it's sort of my version of whatever I want it to be, Zelius. So he said it didn't have to be, exactly what they said it was. It plays according to those rules, but I saw the most amazing thing. Oh, wait, hold on. Misko says, yeah, so going into emote only or subscriber chat. Hold on. Oh, whoa. Uh-oh. I got a new thing to learn here, guys. Oh, okay, good. That one's still there because I don't know how to use this one yet. Going into emote only or subscriber chat when you're not streaming is recommended. Oh, thank you very, very much, Misko. I will let Geek know. You found use your wood. You found your place. Awesome. Congratulations. I really would love to see pictures. And you're moving October 1st. Yes, excellent. Let's see. So an amphibious tank is a grav tank, 40K version of a modern day hovercraft. Oh, isn't it cool though? I love it, Ishan. I'm so happy with it. Hello, Joe. Let's see. This is oh shoots. So, this is where everybody helps me out. Isn't this a pulsar? Did I get that right? Or maybe, no? Got it wrong? Oh my gosh. Well, all the pieces I'm gonna, oh, thank you, Nooks. It's a repulsor. A tank, you know what? Oh, thank you for that follow, Joe. So this is I'm not really good at that memory part, you guys. I'm trying to learn. This is a repulsor, not a pulsar, a repulsor, right, Nux? Is that right? So, okay, right. And so, what I'm hoping for is to get a conversion from him. I've got that giant, so the big kit, the big box that is got the Sisters of Battle in it, and it's been a minute since I've looked at this box, you guys. A friend and I split it. It's a big box. Piety and Pain. Hold on, let me get my back scooted in correctly. Okay, so in that box, there's a tank. And I'm like, yeah. I'm hoping to get a conversion kit done by him for that. So basically what I did is I painted the whole thing with the gloss black because... Welcome aboard. Oh, thank you for that follow, Nux. Gray Paladin, I'm doing the multi-stream. Try YouTube. A lot of people tell me that YouTube is a lot smoother. Let's see. Immolator or The Exorcist. Oh, you know what, Zelius? I do not know, but it comes, if you look up Piety and Pain, that box, it's that one. It's big. I love it. I love it. Yeah, a lot of people tell me, especially the UK Grey Paladin, when they're having trouble with Twitch, that if they go over to the YouTube, it works better. Anyway, these are all of our pieces, okay? So as you can see, there's a lot of pieces. Of course, you know, then there's the tracks. But I was so excited about these barnacles, you guys. Like, he placed them so perfectly. But here's what I want to tell you. Do you know what I didn't know? I did not know that there was tanks that drive off of boats, ships, into the water, and then drive along the water and go to the land. I did not know that, you guys. Like, I totally... And then I was watching something. I don't even remember what it was. It was probably on Facebook or something somebody posted that was in the Navy. There you go. There you go. And it had all this cool music playing, and I saw the big ship. So I stopped. It was black and white. So I stopped to watch it. And the tanks were driving right off the ship. Like, they put this plank down, and they drove, like, right off the ship and into the ocean, and then just kept going, chug, 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 till they got to the land. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me right now? Like, there really is such a thing? I mean, I don't know how far they go in the, hold on, gotta get that right. I don't know how far they go. Yeah, I didn't, and they go on water, and they were above the water. Like, so like on this tank, the water would have been like, say, up to here. And then their tracks were like paddling, and it just right along the water, just right onto land. And I was like, did that just fucking happen? I was tripping. For some reason, I thought like that they came up to shore and kind of dropped them in real shallow water. These guys were like on water. Oh, they didn't get very far. Oh. So there's a modern one that does it. Yeah, okay. So somebody private messaged me a video on that because I want to see that guy. That tripped me out. I didn't, because when I was telling Pop Goes the Monkey about this one, that I wanted it to be amphibious, so like it could go in the water, not under the water, okay, but like, you know, on water, and then on land. I wasn't really thinking that there actually was such a thing, and he goes, oh, okay, no problem, like that was a possibility. And I thought, oh, it was a possibility in a fantasy world, right? Then I saw that and I was like, are you kidding me right now? That was so freaking cool. Good morning, Hatter. I still have not received your box back, my friend. I am waiting for it. We are going to work on our Pop Goes the Monkey tank. All of this is not going to be purple. Like, we don't want to paint the tracks purple, and probably some of the guns, we don't really want them purple. So it's not all, the base of the tank is going to be purple. And I think maybe the lid, and this lid can go, I think if I'm not mistaken, we can put the lid on. Let me see, hold on. Yeah, it can go on like this. I really want to put a magnet on this side. I thought it would be cool to be able to magnet some of these guys like bling, but the magnets are reversed, so they just, hold on. Yeah, see, they're reversed when it's like that. So I thought it would have been cool to have a magnet on this side and maybe be able to magnet stuff there. But you can turn it this way, so there's nothing up there, or we can turn it over and we can magnet the guy to it. These guys. But one of them, so this one works really good. See, it's got like a good, but this one, hold on, let me find it. There's one of them. Not that one, not that one. This, is it this one? No, that's the one with the, this one. When it goes on, oh no, it on? Today. Must be because you guys are looking. You're the magic. Oh, Okay, well, it went on right today, so that's all that matters. I was trying to put it on the other day. Oh, maybe I put it on backwards. Yeah. I bet I put it on backwards. That's what it was. Yeah, I put it on backwards. Okay. So I thought it was like aiming down at the tank, but I see these guys here are like the lasers. So anyway, he did a great job with all the magneted pieces and everything. So I think that this will be the part that's purple. Definitely this. Definitely when this guy goes on, yeah, it's gonna definitely need to be purple. I'll put this guy right in here. You got to get that on just right. There we go. But I think either that or we could do it the complementary color. But I'm thinking like tying it all together is going to be like premium, right? Oh, Zelius, you're going to lurk? Okay, okay. Okay, I'll see you on Friday, my friend. Oh, yeah, I have quite a bit of it, Gray Paladin. I just, it's kind of like a hit and miss sort of a thing. So we're sort of starting to dial that all in. Now, I was showing you guys when you paint these, you can put that masking over it, over your magnets. You can also just scrape the paint off when you're done if you want to, but like with a little Q-tip and a little bit of alcohol. The thing is if you paint it with the masking, I find it to be a lot cleaner. Good morning. Oh, okay. Oh, that name is so dark. Name is so dark. Good morning, Kirill. Oh. Uh-oh. Got it. Alert is working. Good morning, Dave. Good morning. All right, and then we'll choose some other colors for these other pieces. Let's get our butts into the airbrush booth. And let's see. Kel. So just Kel, does that sound good? Is it Kel or K-Hel? I'm getting through, Dave. I'm getting through. We're waiting for a contact from the doctor. First way, Kel. Okay, Kel. I think probably you told me that the last time I saw you. Welcome back aboard. Welcome back aboard. We're going to do some purple work. Mind you, now I did this in the gloss black so that we could paint this with a color shift. Now I was thinking metallic purple, but I'm really feeling the color shift. And so I'm thinking we're going to pull one of the Green Stuff World color shifts that leans towards purple out, and so it'll have not like completely bright ass purple. Instead, it'll be more like a purple with maybe green in it or something. How are you doing, Dave? And then we will come back and touch the pieces up that are not going to be purple. So like on these, you know, my feelings are, because they come off and they go back on, that black, you know, kind of keeping the matte black feel going on with the metal. One of the things that I have on order that should be coming into the studio soon is that 3D primer by Badger. And hopefully that's going to be a really cool thing. Also, I have to kind of repaint these guys. You'll notice if we get up really close, I want to show you guys this. Who is rating us? Oh no, Brian. Thank you so much for that like. I appreciate that. Let me show you really close on this, you guys. Okay, see? That's the that latex paint that you cover. Once it's clear, it's dry. So just remember when you're using it, let it get clear before you start painting. Because when it's white, unless it's actually colored white, but usually the masking needs to get clear, and you want it to get clear before you start. And it seems to work pretty good for painting over areas of paint that you don't want painted also. I was actually thinking about, you know, covering a few areas just to test it here. The problem is that it's going to get like down inside my crevices, and I think it'll be easier just to paint over it. All right, let us pop into the airbrush booth. Let's take all this over there. And I am going to find, Alexa, turn on the airbrush booth. We have got all those Green Stuff World paints. Now, just so that that fan doesn't interrupt our sound. A big box with all the Green Stuff World stuff in it. Gotta find all those paints, you guys. Leave my studio for a week and I forget where everything is. Yeah, I literally did forget where everything is. Okay, these are all the Reapers. We sorted those out before we left. Green Stuff is still in all of its boxes. I did actually use some of the P3, some of the Scale 75 while I was on the road, Dave. That was some good stuff. Yeah, you guys, I have a big old box full of this. So just be patient with me because one of the things I don't do very well at is locate things under stress. So be patient and I shall find it. Green Stuff World box. Okay. Wow. Which colors do I have out already? Green Stuff. I have a whole entire box of all of their stuff. Ordered everything from that company. Oh, it is that one. Okay. I didn't think it was this one. Got the ink. All right, let's see. I got the inks. I'm not too worried about those. And the color shift colors. Dave probably has all of it. It's going to say it was here. All right, let's see. We've tried a few of these. So Toxic Purple is missing, which means that we've probably already got it. I can feel that there's one missing from here. Yep, and I bet it's Toxic Purple too. Toxic Purple has a little bit of green in it, which I can appreciate. I don't want it to be looking like a ferry mobile, as in like, you know, Faye is driving it. We don't want that. That ba-ding, ba-ding. Uh-oh. They didn't tell me what it was. What just happened? What just happened? All right, let's see. The colors that I have in here are Celestial Azure. Let me bring this over here. Celestial Azure. Well, it's more of a blue and a purple. Cobalt Blue. That's pretty close to purple, but more blue. Definitely not that one. That one's Nebula Copper is like totally orange. Toxic Purple. Oh, there it is. Toxic Purple is green and magenta. And then Burning Gold is yellow and orange. Okay, so that may be the one We're going to have to test them. And I don't know if I have anything black. Oh, I found them. They're lost in here. All right, let's see. Ruby red, tiger eye brown. And oh, these are inks. So it's the inks that's spilled everywhere. All right. Let's see. Oh. These are a lot of greens. A lot of metallic. Let's try again. Oh, look, they actually, wait, is that actually, oh, these are metallic. They actually make metallics. There is actually a purple metallic made by them, you guys. We might try that. Let's see. Oh, here's some good ones. Okay. Let's see. I don't know. I'm going to have to round something up to black in order to. So here we have like what's called a dark blue, right? That's looking pretty good. I like that. They're not all in here though. And I hate it when I take something out and then, yeah, one of the things I really didn't like about the medication that doctor recently gave me was, oh my gosh, you guys, like my brain, oh. You think I can't remember things now. Let's see. So we got Royal Burgundy. That's actually kind of red, white, and blue. Pinky blue. Yeah, no, that's literally pink and blue. Evil Forest. That's Christmas. Evil Forest is Christmas colors, you guys. In case you ever want to paint anything. Color shift, it's red and green. Evil Forest by Green Stuff World. The Solar. Oh, that's pink and gold. Darth Blue. Okay, there's the Darth Blue. But I really like the Borealis Green too. It's just that I don't actually know where the Borealis Green ended up. Are these? Oh, it's right here. Here's my little Green Stuff World. See, the Borealis Green is looking pretty darn good. Jade Green. Let's see. Here's some of their floors. Borealis Green. Okay, that one looks pretty good too. So I kind of want to go with like a green and a purple. Evil Forest. That's Christmas. Yes, Puling. How you doing, Puling? How you doing? Yeah, right. No, but it really is. Like Evil Forest right there, look. It's green and red. It's totally like if you wanted to do something color shift Christmas. So Borealis Green is purple and green. Predominantly, I think green, but then the Darth Blue, I'm really looking at that. The Darth Blue. And then there's this one called Cobalt Blue. It's pretty blue though. But then there's this Toxic Purple. But then they actually have a metallic set that is colored metallic. And one is an Orchid Purple, which is more of like a metallic magenta, and the other is actually Persian Violet, which is like purpley purple, like purple. So, yeah, I don't think the Cobalt Blue is gonna do it. I definitely don't. So we'll leave those aside. These are the Toxic Purple. These are the ones that I feel like are gonna be leading. Now I need to find something black. Hold on, I gotta go find something black so we can test. Gotta test. What do I have primed black? And I've got to figure it out here. Let's see. Anybody up here primed black? Wow. I have like nothing primed black. I suppose we could try in the airbrush booth and just maybe a little area of each, perhaps. I'm kind of leaning towards this Darth Blue though. I feel like the Darth Blue and the Borealis Green are going to be the two that I really, yeah, pretty sure that's where we're going to go. I'm pretty much digging those. All right. Let's get over here in the airbrush booth. what's going on with Puling. Puling, you're just sitting over there in your evil forest, worrying that Christmas is coming faster than expected. The pig hasn't been fed enough yet. Lots of colors today, though. Oh, we're working on a tank, Puling. We're working on a tank. We're going to shift you guys over to the airbrush booth. There we go. And turn that on for you guys. Hold on. Better. I do not have let me see. I'm going to turn this screen on over here, you guys, on this side and see if we can get let's see if we can get the chat up here. There's also Turbo Dork, which has like this, I don't know if you guys are familiar with lunar eclipse. It's kind of a reddish purple. Let's see if that screen comes up. Hopefully it does. Meanwhile, I shall mix these. And hopefully the airbrush booth, you guys, is not like too crazy sounding for you. Can you still hear me perfectly fine without too much airbrush booth coming through? Rattle can. You know, I actually like the Krylon as a primer, Agu. I like to use it on My Little Ponies. Now, one of the things we've got going on in here, whoops, yeah, we're going to have to, we had a little thing, I made some trophies. And that's something I might want to think about. Not that the gold is going to hurt anything, but do you know one of the things I got docked for on my miniatures? You guys might be interested in knowing this. There was metallic, like, this, right? And it was in the shadows, not this color. It was a different color. It was a green that I had used on her wings. And that was one of the things that they told me to pay really close attention to, was when using a, just, you know, you guys might want to know that in case you're entering something in a competition at some point, but to pay attention to that and not allow the metallic to get, you know how I'm always saying, like, I don't like shadows to have shiny in them. I don't like shadows to have varnish, like the varnish. I don't like the varnish to be shiny in the shadows. Boy, they really stressed that when they were judging. I tell you what, it was like a really big deal. I didn't realize that it was a really big deal. I just really don't like anything shiny in my shadows. I did not notice that the metallic was in the shadows because I had put her in this booth to do a couple of little touch-ups on her, and I had been working on something that had some green metallic, and it accidentally, as you can see, it transferred. This is one of the disadvantages of metallic rubbing, or just even using metallic paint that's pigment that's loose. That's one of the things that I do, is I use loose pigment because it has better performance as a metallic. And so when I'm really getting the metallic super, super shiny and really deep coverage, that's what I use. But as you can see, that can be a thing. So you want to pay attention to that if you're making a competition piece, basically cross-referencing on colors and everything. So I don't see the chat, you guys, just to let you know. I'll check the chat every once in a while, but it's on my other screen. So you'll have to be patient with me. I'll be a little bit behind on the chat, but I will try to keep up. The screen in front of me that's for the airbrush booth is not working today. All right. Get our little pieces out. I feel pretty confident about, we're definitely not going to be doing the tracks in any kind of metallic. So I'm going to worry about that. And the guns, I think we probably will do by hand, as well as these little, the little radar pieces. I don't know, maybe those might actually really look good, at least at complementary. Those. Then there's these things that go on the side. We should probably do those in a, wait. Let me get that just right. There, let me see. Is that pretty good? Maybe out a little bit. Pretty big. That's good. Yeah. Okay. Alrighty then. And the first thing that we got to do is we've got to, I use the acrylic masking that I use is made for watercolor painting. I've been using it for a lot of years and I just really like it. So just to come back in here and touch those few areas that I don't really care to have the paint on, and you want to let that turn clear. Some of it just sort of came off, and so I'm going to come back in and give it a little go over. Sometimes as this dries on your brush, it'll stick to itself and peel itself off, so you want to make sure you go back and get your coverage. Seems like these held pretty good. Looks like that, nope, that one's good. These actually have like 3 magnets inside of them there. So those look pretty good. That one looks pretty good. I think this one here, yeah, it looks like it held pretty good. And that's about it. Getting this off your paintbrush is, you want to use an ugly brush because it's a bit of a thing. It's not like it just rinses off in water. I usually use alcohol, and even that doesn't really take it off. It just sort of helps you take it off. It's kind of like rubber cement in a way, I guess you could say. And we have to pick the complementary color for the octopi. And I don't think I'm going to paint anything on the inside. So I don't want to paint anything on the inside of it with the fancy color. So I'm going to get a tiny, I don't like tacky. I really hate it, but we are going to take a tiny little bit of tacky and close the door. Because I don't feel, that maybe not. So we gotta put it so that it does not. There we go. So we cover the whole door. And then I don't want it inside of here. So I'm gonna use this flat one, all right? And again, I'm gonna take a tiny bit of tacky and I'm gonna put that door on. I think that it'll be just fine to have like that little rim with a nice little black on it. We will need to, of course, flip it and color the other side, but for right now, for this round, I just kind of want to keep the color shift out of the inside where the guys ride. Although I should put fuzzy leopard print inside there. Really trip him out. Okay, the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to that mask. And I'm going to mask my lamps. So I kind of don't want these guys to have that paint all over them. So I'm going to mask them. One of the things about it is you do want to kind of let it dry before you drop it into contact with your subject, simply because that little bit of mask will get left in areas you don't want it. If that happens, just go back and kind of clean it up. Anybody out there that went to ReaperCon, and if you did and I missed you, I am so sorry, and I hope you had a really good time. Anybody do the virtual ReaperCon class thing? How was that? Yeah, so we have to make sure we get the mask off of the I'm just gonna double check that there's no place I want to put this. I think I might go ahead and it'll come off of him fairly easy. I mean, I am going to paint him probably coral, pink, or red. But color shift can be so overpowering. I kind of don't want it showing through. So I'm going to give this a little bit of mask also, just to protect it, so I can keep some real good solid colors on there. You'll notice it drying and sticking to my brush a little bit. There we go. That should work. Those are drying on top. I kind of use the side of my brush so that it doesn't get down on the black part, and just sort of dab it. I think that will work. Anything else I can pretty much cover. I'm just going to get my lamp a little bit more here on its little holders. Make sure I didn't get any of that. The tank. Got a little spot in here, maybe get in there. And if you get a little on there, don't, you know, I mean, it'll paint over. It's just, it's kind of nice to have it just plain black and not have the metallic. Lord Daz. Well, hello. Draz, I'm sorry, Lord Draz. You have so many minis now. Do you even know where you're going to start? Now, I don't remember the name Lord Draz at the ReaperCon, though. What name were you using? Or do you not want to shout it out in chat? I can totally understand if you don't. Where all did you get minis from? So we're going to set this guy aside. We got this guy. We could cover these, but I'm not going to worry about them. Let me see. Are they the same size as this one? Yeah, okay. Maybe we'll pat it. Maybe we'll give it a pat. you get stickers, Lord Dress? There. That'll keep it out of there. Oh, I thought you said that it was Swillow. It was, was it, I thought you said that the name was Swillow. Yes, I remember, I do remember the bombshell booth, and oh, I've got a bunch of theirs too. I ended up with all the animals. I got all the animals. Now let's say you're going along doing this, okay? And you mess up and you get a little bit like on your mini right there. Okay, so you just let it dry. Oh, you had to go to class. Oh, that's right. Didn't I ask you to meet me at Midnight Heroes booth? Is that the right person? Do I have that right? You said something about how I had helped you with your chibi eyes. Is that correct? Okay. For some reason, I thought you said Swillow. And I actually went to look for you to give you a follow when I got back, but I couldn't find you. That made me feel so good to know that I had helped you with your eyes. Okay, so you get a little piece like that, and you just go back in, guys, and pick those little guys right out of there. I use a little toothpick. You can use a dental pick and just get those little guys out. There we go. That way, you know, your colors. Sometimes when you pick them out, it'll also pick up some of the part off the top. So you want to pay attention to that. You might have to go back and like give it a little pat again. But you don't want blotchy around. Now, hopefully I got good coverage. And then when we're all done painting, we should just be able to like peel that off, and he will be, for the most part, just a plain black primer under there, and that's what we're aiming for. This does, by the way, stick to your rubber gloves, and just letting you know, yeah, for real. Okay, so that should be pretty good. All right, so we're gonna just test a little piece first of all and make sure we want this one to be that color on both sides. And we're gonna test one of these little guys, these little radar guys over here. We're also gonna give all of these a super fantastically good mix, because boy, you wanna mix your Green Stuff World paint. Yes, you do. You wanna mix it until like you seriously think you've mixed too long. I've got the Darth Blue, the Borealis Green, and the other one was the Toxic Purple. I'm really leaning towards the Darth Blue. Well, it's really nice to see you in here in chat, Gisales. It really is. I know that normally you lurk, and so I always love it when somebody that's been lurking for a while steps forward and decides to chat with us. How did you enjoy your classes at ReaperCon? Did that go well? All right, so I have my 3 colors, you guys. I am going to take a quick bio, okay, before we start with the whole airbrushing thing. I like to, once I get going, I really like to get crank it on it. So Let's just take a real quick little break. Now's a good chance for you guys if you want to get yourself a soda or you want to get yourself a little snack or something. Now is a good time to do it. I'm going to take a quick bio and I shall return quite promptly. If anybody raids, you guys take care of the ship, pass out the rum. I'll be right back. Oh, I just got energy drink in my eye. Hold on, you guys. That was interesting. Yes, and all over my chest also. Hello, Dextrous. I'm making a mess, as usual. I'll be right back, my friend. Okie doke. Now I need somebody to type in chat for me really quick so that I can just see you right up here in front of me. We have the monitor in front of me working now. So that way, here we go. Thank you, Ishan. Okay, excellent. Excellent. So we got a new game, Ishan, at ReaperCon. I will let you know how that goes. For playability involving youths, I'm still feeling really positive about the game that we told you about, Invaded, as far as like, you know, kids go. Have you by chance picked that up? Oh, you got more Necrons. Oh, yes, I know the Necrons. I just want to spend like a couple days in my studio just playing with Necrons. Just nothing but Necrons. Just play, play, play. Not yet. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to turn this over this way, right? But already. Oh, you don't know. You're getting a what? No, you're not getting a color shift paint job. You really want a color shift paint job? Oh my God. Okay, you're sure of this now. You know that you won't be a golden dragon anymore once I do this, right? You're okay, so you're positive. All right. Because, you know, once I do this, it's not like you get to go back gold, right? This is a much darker color. Okay. No, you have to have one of the colors that we're working with. You don't get to choose a different color. No, that's not how it works. Just because I've got my airbrush out doesn't mean that, you know, because we're not painting dragons today, okay? The sign said tanks. No, you're not a tank. Okay, I guess in that sense of the word, like you know, you have a lot of magic but okay, you're really being sassy. And no, everybody does not want to see you get painted pink. Okay, no, that's not what they're here for. It says tank, right? I'm gonna protect your eyes because we did a special job on your eyes, and you're keeping your green eyes. Oh, you want to be Christmas colors? What? Oh, you're so weird. You want to be Evil Forest? Oh no. Okay, I'm not using Evil Forest right now. Oh my God. You're so argumentative. You are nothing but trouble. Inky, shut up. Nobody asked you. Now look, now see, now you've got Inky going. Oh, now he's crying. Oh my God. Okay, hold on, you guys. We got a problem. Oh. Okay, you just wait right there. They want me to paint them Evil Forest. We'll repaint Inky's eyes. Inky's eyes are nothing special. Are you guys being serious right now? Like, seriously? Okay, so you're totally interrupting my flow here, right? No, Inky. No, I'm not choosing a special. You can be Evil Forest or you can be nothing at all. Ooh, wraiths. The wraiths are one of my favorites to paint, Blade Mark. Oh, I'd like to see a picture. You should link that one. You guys, my Inca Gold. This is a product that I use. It's from Germany. Oh, it's amazing. It's made for it's actually used for furniture, and it dried up. I'm so disappointed. I actually don't know what to use to bring it back around. I'm going to try some of that acrylic reviver that Green Stuff World makes and see if it works. Oh, in fact, you know what? I actually happen to have that. I think right here. Hold on. Wait. Yeah, look. I've got it right here. I don't know if it'll work on this or not, but we can give it a try. And then remind me about it, though, you guys, right? Remind me. Oh, wait. We got to poke a hole in it. Remind me about it, like, when we come here on Friday, let me get the pokey guy. When we come here on Friday, remind me to check it. Let's see if it actually revitalizes it, okay? We'll just give it a little bit of that. Because this is acrylic. Okay, there we go. That's supposed to revitalize paint. Let's see if it works on this. This is like totally caked hard. It's supposed to be like a paste. So remind me about this. The gold paste from Germany. Let's see if that works. If it does, wouldn't that be cool? Oh, imagine the amount of paint you could save. Okay, hold on. I got to find the paper towels. It's got a little bit of a... You guys, seriously, like those guys, you guys cause trouble. Does everybody know, like, so I don't know. I have troublemakers. My frigging minis are troublemakers. All of them. All right. All right. We are going to test. You guys are going to wait your turn. We're going to test the colors. First, we're going to use there's the toxic purple, which is mostly purple with some green. There's the Darth blue. Now that's like mostly a really deep blue with a little bit of purple. And then there's the Borealis green, which is mostly green with a little purple. I really feel like these two are going to be the answer. So I figure what we'll do is we'll take each one of those, right? These little radar things. And we will test. Oh, I've got so much gold everywhere, you guys. Like I did. Isha and Honey, have you received your box yet? Did you get your box yet? Geek accidentally messed up the address on Hatter's box, and so it came back, or it's supposed to be coming back. Necrons! I know, right? We're not painting Necrons right now. Now, don't you start. You're going to be just as bad as these guys. These guys are already interrupting the flow. But I do have a Necron. Hold on. But I really kind of wanted to do him with the magenta one blade mark. Oh, goody, goody, goody. I want to see. Got them. Okay. All right, guys. Get our little brush out here. Get my hose all untwisted-fied. Let me put a few things out of reach here because we've got a couple of things going on that are bad. I want to make sure I have my spray thing ready. Okie doke. Now, one of the things that I don't have handy right now is my usual... Oh, you guys are so much trouble. Stop your crying, both of you. My usual lube that I use. So, I'm going to teach you that. Okay, remember. It can be any brand, but the thing to remember is no ammonia, no ammonia. Okay, no ammonia. Yeah, it happened with Hatter, but actually it was on our end. Okay. I like to make sure that my needle is nice and clean and that it's spraying through really good. You know, it's a small bottle, and a little bit goes a long way, all right? Something this big you should probably take out of your airbrush booth and set it aside. Small things off to the side. Oh my gosh, you guys, you should see the new airbrush booth that Geek is building. I can't really wait to show you guys. All right, so one of the things that I do is I put a little dribble in the bottom. It's a tiny, tiny little dribble, right? Now this one that we're gonna look at here for a minute is gonna be the toxic purple. Now this is the one that's mostly purple with some green, okay? And I just spray a little bit out, which takes the little dribble that I put in the bottom, it takes it out of the picture. I do have multiple tweezers, but probably tweeze it. Hold on just a second. I can probably tweeze that one. My favorite tweezers are my Swedish lady tweezers. See my Swedish lady tweezers? You can't even see that. Hold on. Okay. You just kind of hold on to that because we're really right now, and this is the bottom. So we're just going to kind of get a feel for this color to see which one I'm going to like the best. Make sure I got you guys in. Oh, that's super purpley. Oh, this looks like a winner. Oh, it's really cool. So where the downsides are, can you guys see it? Yeah, you see it? You see it? Where the sides go down, it turns green. Ah, yeah, looks like a winner. Now, anywhere you want to be super shiny on this, that's where you use your paintbrush. I'm just letting you know. With the green stuff world, if you use your paintbrush, okay, it turns like metallic. It's insane. Yeah, this is really good. Do you see how it turns green? As we go down. Yeah, that's really good. Yeah, I like it. Okay, now. Oh, it's going to stick to my metal tweezers. Now we're going to try the other color. Over colors. This is over colors. I don't know if that's actually focusing, but that's actually a pretty cool effect. So as you turn it into the light, you get the color he originally was, but now it almost looks like he has like, honestly, kind of like a scaly skin. All right. Now the other one we were looking at was Borealis Green. Hello, Draco. How are you doing? We are playing with some Green Stuff World paint right now. Now, again, I'm going to put the little dribble in the bottom, you guys, and I'm going to clear that purple. I have a release pot on the side. And then I'll put a tiny drop in. Remember, no ammonia. That's really important, okay? And you just want a little bit in there, just enough to lube. All right, this is the Borealis Green. Now, the Borealis Green is a lot more green. I just want to get that through. So it's coming through green. So here's the one we did with the purple to the green. Now we're going to do one that's more of a green to purple and see what the thoughts on that are, okay? Actually, you guys, to be honest, I think this one's better. So the downsides on this one will be purple, but do you see it? Yeah, I think it's actually better. Let's look at them side by side. It is green, but if we made the accessories with the purple to green and then the rest of it, the green to purple, I feel like this one is, I don't know, sexier for a tank. Look at that. Look how purple that is. Like when you get it in certain lights, it's really super purple. What do you guys think? Like when we're looking at, I mean, this is kind of like a bronzish purple. I don't know. I just feel like if you're going to make a tank sexy, but maybe we'll just go with both. But he did say purple. And I don't want to stray too far off of that because we want something noticeable from a distance. I do really like this though. I think I'm going to use this for the accessories. Yep. You got your bachelor's, as in you're done with it? Oh, you guys, one over the other is epic. Oh, that's freaking epic. Oh. Oh, yeah, that's pretty. Okay, so, yeah, it's first, this is the green. Wait, this is the green? Yeah. Oh, my God. It's amazing. You guys, I don't know, like, the green over the purple is just amazing. It might actually work just as well the other way. We'll give it a try. We'll give it a try. First, we're going to give you what you want, okay? We're currently painting this over a gold base, so you guys can see what it looks like over gold. The chest is actually a green base. The face is silver and gold, so you can see the highlights here. That's the silver on this side, and then that's the gold on the darker side. The eyes will peel off because of the fact that we painted them with the masking. All right, there we go. Now he's, I didn't really do the wings. I just more focused on the body. You'll notice over silver, where the highlights are, the purple really came out in the green, whereas over the gold, the green, the green really came out over the gold. And then over the silver areas, you really got an intense purple, which is really interesting. Well, hello, Simini. How are you, my friend, my sensei, my mentor? Yes, we are painting the tank, and what we have discovered is that, so I love a couple of the, but what we have discovered is that painting the green, that would be the, hold on. painting Borealis green over toxic purple is the answer. It's just purple enough to be purple and just green enough to really give some intensity as it shifts in the light. And I am absolutely loving it. So we're going to go back to the toxic purple, you guys, and we're going to shoot it with the toxic purple. You know, the spine is trying. We're hoping to hear from the doctor today, Samini, that there is something in the system. Hold on, you guys. Yeah, I actually don't see what happened. I heard a noise. You guys, but it's not telling me what happened. Yeah. I don't see what happened, but I heard a noise. Whatever's going on out there, somebody let me know. All right, so we're going with the Borealis purple. Anything we want to change, mind you now, anything we want to change, we can paint right over this with matte black to get the areas we want black and whatnot. But we got this like real happy medium. This green was a little too Christmassy, metallic, and the purple was kind of heavy on the purple. But when you take the Borealis green and you go over the toxic purple, you get this absolutely splendid color that is just amazing. And you could probably like back off of some of the areas as you cover with the Borealis. If you want an area to be more purple, just don't paint a lot of Borealis over that area. And as you can see, it's drying up quite nicely on our little friend here. He's got himself a little chameleon job going on. And as you can see, Inky looks interesting. No, interesting doesn't mean bad, Inky. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we're going to do the whole tank with the toxic purple. And then we're going to come over it with the Borealis green. Oh, hello, Ravens. Pretty good, pretty good. We're waiting for some sort of a response from the doctor in hopes that they'll put something in for the back, but really quite good. Yeah, that's really, really good. I like the green over the purple the best. There is definitely a difference. I don't know if you guys can see it, but the green over the purple over the green is good too. But the green over the purple and leaving some of the areas open for a little more purple to show through is definitely the way to go. At least for this project. At least for this project. Yes, he is actually very, very much so. Thank you very much for checking in. Now you can see if we just go with the purple, you guys really get the chance to, oh, let me get my cord wrapped. I'm sorry, you guys. You guys really get the chance to see the color. This is over gloss black, by the way. I did use the gloss because that's what it recommends. I wanted to see, I don't actually notice that big of a difference, but they recommend gloss black. When I did it with the matte black, I didn't notice that much difference, but you can notice huge difference in the purple versus when we go green and purple together. So see, we really get a bigger difference. Hello, Forever Night. How are you? It was great to see you too, my friend. How are things? Now you'll see what really happens when we go, like when we do this with the green over it. It's really quite a beautiful effect. And then of course, you know, when you have like all these angles, you kind of want to spin it. I currently don't, everything is still packed from ReaperCon, so I don't have my Grim Grip set up. We're going to do that different. We're not going to do the tracks that color, and we're not going to do the sides that color. I think we might do the back of that. The turret's going to be a different color. You know, isn't that the way of a boss, though? Things fall apart when the boss is gone. So one of the things we're doing in the new airbrush booth, you guys, is we are setting up a camera, one of the big cameras. We're getting a new one so that you guys can see this close up, because I'd like you guys to see the shading effects of airbrushing. And so that you guys are able to see how there's just these teeny tiny little layers of airbrush paint put on to create certain effects. Yeah, I think that it looks really good with the back like that. We all get those antennas too.
Welcome aboard the Black Pearl.
This part in here, I think we'll probably do a matte black. Thank you very much for the follow. My alerts are not working, Shakan, but thank you so much for the follow. I greatly appreciate it. All right, so we're going to get some more toxic purple, you guys, and put it in here. And we're going for the tank now. The other pieces, we're gonna be doing a layer over the toxic purple in some areas with the Borealis green. Mind you, again, this is the Green Stuff World color shift that we're using right now. You can see here we did a little, this is over gold and silver. We got a really cool effect. This is over just a bunch of colors, blue and green primarily. Kind of looks like fish scales. And then this is the color we're aiming for, which is the toxic purple, and then a light layer of the Borealis green over it to get a little more green in our purple. This tank, well, you know what? That's everybody's job to tell me what tank it is. Hold on. It's a something Impulsor. Blade mark? Something Impulsor? Oh, Mage, it was wonderful to see you too, honey. Hello and welcome back. Oh, what faction? You know what? I actually don't know. This is somebody else's. They sent it to me to give it a custom paint job. A sexy, my idea of a tank paint job. And I actually do not know. This is where I am not really very strong. Now, maybe somebody that's out there that's one of the crew might be able to help us out on that. If Pop Goes the Monkey were out there, hold on. We got a little bit of dry tip going on. You know what? Hello, Zephyrius. Next time. Next time. This will not be the last tank, but this tank is actually for a very specific purpose. It's going to an event, and it is designed to be able to be seen from a great distance. Now you'll notice as I apply this, right? First of all, I have all the areas masked off that are magnets, but I make sure to turn it, all right? And I'm letting a small amount of paint out and a small amount of air to get nice, even coverage on this. You can also use the air to dry. Like if you just want to let air out, you just don't pull back on the trigger and you can dry. I feel like 2 coats is probably going to give us really what we want. One of the things that I've learned since this tank is about covering the 3D print lines. This is not something that I knew a lot about prior to ReaperCon. And I was fortunate enough to get to have a talk with Yeji about the lines on my chibis. Now, because I know that this is not enough to cover a tank, I'm going to take a little more of this toxic purple because I want to get a good layer on the tank. I want you to see how purple that is. Look at that purple. It's really nice. Here we would be able to really get a look at what that 2 layers would look like. Repulsor, there we go. Yep, there you go. You got it. You got it. It's a custom. If can I get a link for Pop Goes the Monkey, guys? So this is a custom tank. Chicane. Let me see. Taquina, do you want to be, shall I say Taquina or shall I say Chicane? Which one do you like? This is a custom tank. And this tank actually was designed for me to paint by Pop Goes the Monkey. If you've not been to Pop Goes the Monkey's site and seen all the conversion parts that they make for tanks, you are, not just tanks, just in general for Warhammer 40K, you are totally missing out. So this one is a custom job that is made just for me to paint for him. Oh no, Forever Night. I am using Green Stuff World paint today. Yeah, it looks like, you guys, that 2 layers is the answer. To really get the color going, you need the 2 layers. You really want to get that shift happening, you need that 2 layers. It gives a lot more depth. All right. And here comes our Tank Tank baby. Let's get our Tank Tank baby on a spinner so that we can, you know, just kind of get all the angles. She's going to tip her up and tip her down. I'm going to start with her booty because her booty tends to like... Right on, Mistra. So I'm going to turn the tank. I have those lamps painted off with the masking, so don't worry about them. But I'm going to turn the tank to the angles so I can get all up inside those areas. I'm going to float the paint in a few. Hopefully, I'm staying on screen. And some of those areas, you got to just get a very small amount of air and paint, and you just got to kind of float it into the crevices. A small amount will allow you to get that paint just where you need it. If you let too much paint out, then what ends up happening is it'll end up running and building up in little globs. So I just kind of float it right into those recesses. I can get my brush a little closer if I lower my air pressure and slow the paint down. It's a lot easier for me to bring the tank into the position I need a lot of times than the airbrush, depending on what I'm doing. Now, if you miss a few places, it's okay because you're going to come back with a second layer. I don't particularly need 2 layers of this up in the tracks because we're actually going to be painting a different color and a different idea up in the tracks. So right now what I'm doing is shading. It's a small amount of air and a small amount of paint. Hold on, I got a little dry tip. I keep a paper towel with a little bit of non-ammonia Windex off to the side. A small amount of paint and a small amount of air so I can get in all those little recesses. Not fuzzies. It's like shading with pencils almost. Only in this case, you're dealing with something that's 3D. So you got to kind of float in those little areas that have those little cracks and whatnot. Hold on, I need more paint. So like, so that I can get into all these areas. Because the first coat, I'm really going to cover like everything that I can. I'm being very careful not to touch the wet paint. Like you got to get up underneath of there, just so that when you end up putting your colors on, where you're altering the palette a little, getting some depth and whatnot, you've got the base color in there. These areas like this are hard. You got to really lower the pressure and you've got to float it right in there. And you got to be careful not to get too much buildup on the edge, or what you end up with is just a glob. I think that probably one of the things that I really took a lot of pride in learning really early with airbrushing was that floating. I find that that comes in the most handy probably of everything that I do, because there's just so many little nooks and crannies. And you've just got to really apply a small amount of air and a small amount of paint. And your shading, if you want something flat to come out smooth, that's going to be trigger control. So what I do is I start coming in and then I go all the way off the end. And then I start coming in and I go all the way off the end. And then I stop. Like I let off the trigger when I get to the end. And this gives me a really, that's how we do it on cars. It's like a flipping motion going each direction with your wrist almost. And before you start to do the painting, you always want to pull the trigger back. No air, just the trigger. And then just air, push it. That's what that, when you see me go off screen all the time and you hear the airbrush, that's what I'm doing. And what I'm doing is spitting a little booger right off the end of the needle. If you don't do that, that booger ends up stuck on your paint job. And we actually do call them paint boogers. You know what we're gonna do is, Leah, let's let it dry for a few minutes and then we'll go over it to see. But I mean, I really do think that the color is absolutely amazing. There's not much paint left actually after that. With this one, what I did is I thinned it. I'm gonna dry it. I thinned it to cause the metallic to kind of separate so it's not in its same state. It's going to dance around a little. It's going to create an inconsistency in the paint, especially where I blow it. But it's going to cause pooling. Which creates a paint effect. Depending on which direction you blow it. I'll show you in just a second. If I've got just enough in there to get a second coat on. Let me get the other one of those. You can really see it on this one. Not so much on the other one, but that's okay because we can just put a couple drops of paint. And what I used is a couple drops of non-ammonia Windex. And it's more of like a almost spraying too much paint on, but really what it is the paint's really thin because you added the the non-ammonia Windex cleaner. And what it does is it creates a spotting effect. So it'll make paint look like it's thinner in some places and thicker in others. When we come over it with the green, we should be able to tell a little bit more. Right side up, guys. Okay. I'm going to give it a little clean before we put the second coat on. Now this time when I come over it, so I've decided I kind of want the guns and everything to be a little bit different color. So I'm not sure. I think I'm going to do them maybe with a matte black. I'm definitely not going to do metallic on the tracks. That would just be ridiculous. So we'll set these aside. And I'm only going to worry about the areas I really want to show up, like with the more intense purple. And then we'll bring the green in here in a second. Because we are viewing this tank. I want the tank to be very visible from a great distance. I'm going the opposite direction on this coat on the top and the opposite direction. So when we first did it, we went from stem to stern. The second time that I do it, I'm going from right to left. And I'm going to run a little bit of the non-ammonia cleaner through there. And we're going to come in with the Borealis green. Now, we already got a second coat on this one. I do have to flip this lid. I'm going to do this first. Right, and then the Borealis green, I'm going to choose some areas where I want that to be a little bit stronger. Because it's color shift, you can kind of pick and choose. There's no right or wrong, really. But you'll see the areas kind of start to take effect. I'm going to get some of the green worked in underneath the tracks here at the base of the tank. I guess a little bit like a waterline effect. Yep. Okay, that's working. Yep. You can kind of see the spotting on the paint now. Hold on, let me see. No? Yeah, you see the spotting on it? That's kind of, or it's a little bit more, say, water buildup. We gotta move that aside, and then we gotta bring this in. It's a little bit more green on the bottom. If you remember correctly, we did the green over the purple. On these guys. That's what's actually gave us our color. That worked out real well. Whoop, make sure we got the right one. Just a little bit on this. Kind of on the corners. Flip it. I think we used both sides on this. I'm not really sure, but we're going to get the corners anyway. See how the corners there? On this, we're just going to kind of get the base a little bit. And so. We're going to use the rest of it on Inky here. Now he's like a lot more green. It's going to be beautiful. Right. Now, we're going to get into some inks. Hey, Iffy. Pretty good. One day at a time right now, my friend. One day at a time. All right. Now let's see. I have these pieces over here that are the ones I want to paint with the black, really, mostly. And the tracks that are probably, oh, I didn't do the antennas. That's okay. I'll do them another color too. And this little turret, I'll do that. Because I want to show you guys how cool it is when you use this stuff. So when you use this, it's almost metallic-like when you paint it on with a brush. Like, it's insane how metallic-like it is. It's not even explainable. It's so metallic. Okay, we do have to paint the other side of this, or maybe we don't. I don't know. Okay, I like the way that you see the way that it's kind of like fading to the green. Of course, we will come in here with some pieces, and we just gotta really get the metallic on. I'm gonna show you how you can clean up the green. So the fact that it is so metallic is like insanity. I'm going to get, let me see. just with a brush. So like say right here, right? This is the Borealis green. No, I'm sorry, this is toxic purple. Get my colors right, get my colors right. Okay, now hold on just a second and let that dry. Okay. We do kind of want to get our brush strokes tidied. I want to get them going the same direction, whichever direction you're going to be going, up, down, left, right. Okay, we'll go to the other side. Now, when you get really, really good with an airbrush, I actually don't have my Harder and Steinbeck hooked up right now. But when you get real, real tight with your airbrush, or masking, you could just paint, mask this off, and then go back in. But this panel is going to be way shinier than the rest of them when we're all done. But what it does, if you notice, is it starts to clean up the green. Flip it back over. And I don't want it necessarily to clean up the green all the way to the bottom. Just kind of up around here. Yeah, that cleans it up. When that dries, you wouldn't be able to see those brush strokes at all. As long as you get them kind of going in the same direction. Now, if you're going all different directions with them, well, then that might be different. That top one's got to go that way because of the way that leading edge is. And then I just kind of come in here and take little short strokes like that. There. And just kind of clean those up and get them going the same way. Go. What'll end up happening is that will end up being really a shiny panel, which is okay. We can change it, but it does end up being a much shinier panel than the others. It's a way, if you are not wanting to tape it all off, or you're not like super whammadine amazing with your airbrush, it's a way to come in and clean up a little bit. Also, it's a way to get a really super cool effect, which is that little bit heavier chrome effect. I find not all of them do it, but a lot of the Green Stuff World colors really. Man, I painted some of my crayons with them, and my crayons look like green, glowy metallic. It's pretty crazy. I do. I am Captain Madlove everywhere you look, my friend. Everywhere. It is Captain Madlove. I am actually cleaning my Instagram up quite a bit. I'm working on that, trying to get a photo booth set up to where we can get better pictures for you guys. That's one of the things that I'd like to do. Sometimes I do a little Insta Live. Welcome aboard, 2520. Again, just coming in here and kind of cleaning up that green a little bit. We're still going to see it through the paint, but now you can start to kind of notice that how shiny that area is. And I'm just going to come back in with just enough to really do that final cleanup on it. I mean, ultimately, I'm going to come in here with ink anyway, but so that panel gets a really nice, now, because we're working with, you know, a green, and we have green in our purple, this works out really well, because you do have a little bit of green in your purple anyway, so that. All right, I gotta let those dry. Oh, hey, Ben, how's it going? And welcome, welcome. Wow, I've got a lot of fuzzies. It must be from being gone from the studio, maybe. Now, the other thing that we can do, right, is get the green. And you can come in here and you can get your panels that you want to be, you know, really showing up with more green. Say like this area here, we want to really show off the green a little bit and get a little bit more of that metallic going on. There you go, look at that. Now I'm using the Borealis green for this. Try not to get it up there on your purple. And you can go through here, get some of these areas that you really want to pop with the green a little bit more. And just bring that green in and doctor that up. See how much more green, see how it starts to separate, right? Use the side of the brush, get these heat covers here. Side of the brush again, heat covers. And again, this is the Green Stuff World paint that we're using here, okay? This is Borealis green that we're using. And right now what I'm doing is I'm touching up some of the metal areas so I can get a little more vibrancy on my green. Now we did the little skull over here. We're going to come over here and kind of like painting it on, thin layers and many of them. And you're going to get a really neat, vibrant effect from it. But what really makes it cool is what I'm going to show you next. I find that when I really get the metallic effect the way, let's see how metallic it is. When I really get it the way I want it, I'm usually at about 3 coats. Oh, my screen went dead. I'm sorry, you guys. I can't even see you. There we go. Hi. How you doing, Lori? Wait, hold on. Megatron. Did I get that right? God, I hope so. Castle Ravenloft. What is Castle Ravenloft? Oh, can you see my background? Okay, so we do want to get these heat covers all the way around so we get a nice green glow. when we're looking. All right, let's see. And then I'm going to get a little bit more green underneath it here in some of the areas where the water's been touching. Now, doing this by hand, what this does is really just give a lot more of a shiny metallic effect, I think, than applying it with the airbrush. The airbrush is definitely a way to go, but you do not have to have an airbrush to use these paints, not even. And then I'm just kind of doing a little bit of feathering to get the green up here. I kind of want the green going up the body a little bit, as if the paint might have changed color just a wee bit, having come in contact with water. And of course, you know, I will change that a little bit, as I mean, not to match, but just to get a little bit older effect happening to it as we move forward. But first, I want to get my really good shiny on here. I want to get that built the way I want it before I start backtracking to get other things going on. Now you can kind of see this little fender, I mean, a little heat cover over here needs a little more love. There we go. All right. Now you can kind of see the separation. See it happening? All right. Few places that I'm just going to add a little bit more green, and really that's just to kind of separate things a little bit. That's all it is. A little bit of color to just give a little separation. All right. Now, grab those inks. See which ones I already have out. All right, hold on, guys. Bye, Mistra. You're being serious right now? Are you actually hooked to... Oh, wait, whoa. Is your hose long? Oh my gosh, are you serious? Looks like my Harder Steinbeck might actually be hooked up, you guys. Yes, Squid Knacker, I am today, for everybody's pleasure, I am painting an engine block. I am painting an engine block purple. Unbelievable. So it turns out that my airbrush, my Harder Steinbeck is actually hooked up. So we're gonna come in here. I do need some green ink. You guys, I've got to find, hang on, I've got to find the green, actually, not the jade green, but the flippy. Here we go. What's the one? The dark green? No. This one. One of these guys is like a real more like olivey, lakey green. Let me see. We definitely don't want the, oh no, we don't want that one. That's a teal green. So that's let's do the intensity inks. That's the Viridius green. Okay, so let's try, this is the black. We're definitely gonna be using that. I've got this Gorgon dark green. And then this jade green, which looks like, oh, that's candy ink. I don't know that I want to use candy ink. I'm trying for the intensity ink here. Got myself a little confused there. The one I really like is actually an ink that I get. Oh yeah, that one will work because it's kind of an olivey green, so it'll work. We have to thin it a little, but that'll be fine. And how do you like them, Squid Knacker? All right. So, this is a very light shading. Mind you, this is a very, very fine airbrush that I've got here. And I'm going to get some of the shading in the area down here towards the bottom of the tank done. A lot of this I will come back and do brush lining and whatnot. Inks are really powerful. This is not an ink like an ink that say it's an intensity ink by Green Stuff World. Okay, and then there's like inks that come in these, you know, like the dollar roundies that I use. And mind you now, all ink is super intense, but I find that these aren't quite as powerful as the ones that the dollar roundie makes. They're nice and thin. You're still going to get a little of your metallic showing through, which is really going to be nice. Let's get some burn. Again, it's a light amount of paint. And it's like shading. Little bit of ink to go right inside of here. You see the difference? It's like shading. You just want a little bit. Make sure that you always spit off the tip so that you don't end up getting those boogers. You don't want those boogers on there, okay? I can hold this one a lot closer because it's a fine, fine airbrush needle. It's my detail brush. Okay. This is the one that I can really get in these teeny tiny little places like this. See, like right in there. There. Get a little bit of. Now, if you wanted to cover something, like say you wanted something to be, you don't want to paint on, right? And it's something that you just can't get in there to tape it. Let me show you. So, like, let's just say, for example, like in this case, I don't really care because it's okay if a little carbon burn gets where I'm going. Now, one thing is I just bought a dual airbrush holder. Thank God, because I don't have a second one, and so it really makes for a potential catastrophe. All right, so let's say like you got this this little muffler there, and you don't want to get it on the back part. But how are you going to get your tape like? Hold on, how are you going to get your tape like back in there, right? So what I do is I take a little piece of cellophane, right? And I just kind of go right in here like this, okay? And then I get a little pair of tweezers. I actually have a much thinner pair that I use for this, right? And I just sort of tuck this guy like this, right? Just tuck, tuck. And I just sort of, you can use it. Now, it can be dangerous with something that's metal. So usually, sitting right here, here we go, hold on. There's a toothpick sitting right here at my desk, and you can just like tuck it around, see, tuck it in, see, and you tuck it in. And then maybe you don't want to get it like, maybe you don't want to get it over here either. So you can just kind of manipulate this around and tuck it and bring it around and tuck it. Tuck, 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 tuck. And you just sort of push, 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 right? And then once you get it right where you want it, you kind of want to get a little mass of it so it sort of holds there against the air. That's going to be your trick, is figuring out how much do I have to sort of like wad into that crack to get that from, and you know what? You're going to make mistakes. It's totally cool. It's going to happen where you get in there with your airbrush and then it blows away. But if you get it just right and you tuck it in and you allow small amounts of air, okay? First, we want to make sure we have no boogers, okay? And then we're going to go in here and we're going to paint this guy black and we're going to give it that carbon buildup, okay? And hopefully, then we're going to dry it. And then we're going to give it a little more carbon buildup. Very small amounts of this ink. It dries nice and matte. Make sure you don't have any boogers. I'm going to float a little right down in there. I'm going to float a little right up in its tailpipe. And then we're going to dry it. And then I'm going to show you. Then we're going to take this guy. Now you want to make sure you're dry, because you can be dragging wet paint everywhere. So when you take this off, make sure you're going in the direction you want. Now look. See? And so you just get it in the area where you want it without having to try to figure out how in the hell am I going to get the tape back. Now, of course, we've got to do that to the other side, because if we don't do them evenly, then it's going to look silly. Another way, too, is like, I mean, you would probably be getting, whoops, I don't think so. You'd probably be getting some of this exhaust right along here. So one of the things that you're going to want to do as well, hold on, it needs a wee bit more heat. These fine brushes are very finicky because it's a very small amount of paint. So of course it dries really good, really quickly. But let's say like right here, you know, right where that muffler part is coming out, you're probably going to want to get a little bit of your carbon buildup right there. See where it blows by. And we'll just dry that once it comes in. And you could put like a little crust there too if you want to, like a little, but see now that looks, it's not right up by the muffler up here, but it's out here where it blows by. Well, it sounds, Squid Knacker, like you're really getting it together over there. All right, we're going to want to do this again. Have you created anything interesting lately? The wood helps keep from damaging your paint, is why I recommend the wood over the metal tweezers, because you know, you don't want to damage your paint. And you got to get just the right amount of this tucked in. And really, it's a little bit of a learning process. Now, some of the cellophanes work better than the others. I'll be honest with you. There's one that I really hate. I want to say it might be Reynolds. And if for some reason you get this like on here and it goes around the back and you don't get enough on the back, you know, you can always come in with a brush, right? And just sort of I got that one in one swoop. Dry it. Pull off the cellophane, always making sure that you're keeping clear of areas you don't want that on in case it's still wet. And then of course you want to get this little area right here where we're going to get that little bit of carbon blow by. Right there. There we go. It's just one of those little details that I think is so totally cool. You know, and then usually what I do is I come in with a little bit of purple ink and I give it that heat effect, and then I'll kind of get a little magenta and go on up it. But that worked out really good. And now inside those tailpipes is also nice and black. Now you can take the, I don't have the purple here. Let's see about that purple. I do actually have the purple. Hold on. I have the magenta and the purple both. When does your resin printer come in, Squid Knacker? Oh, sorry guys. Oof, that is what is getting all over my desk. Ah! Oh my God, that could have been, oh my God, that could have been a horrible accident. Excellent. Well, that's, okay, wait a minute now. Gotta find out who was the mate for that. I don't know, but that was scary. That was scary. I gotta save that to mix with the black. All right, let's see. I got the black, I got the green, and then this is the purple. Now, I've used this before, I know. This is, make sure, okay, I want to make sure we're not using candy ink. Okay. Now, on this one, I'm going to take a little bit of the purple. And because the purple is the darkest, I'll use the purple over the black. But then the magenta can most readily lay over the purple because it's lighter. I'm also going to get a little bit up here on this. Now, see? Yeah. Really does. The ink really does get dry tip easily. A very small amount. I don't even know if you guys can actually see that as it builds on there or not. But it is the smallest amount of paint. And it is actually turning the black purple. Almost a black purple. And then we'll turn it over and we'll get this other side. Just like shading, you guys. If you just imagine shading with a pencil, it's just that you're in the air with it. And so it just becomes a wee bit more complicated because, you know, you're holding your pencil in the air. Getting the insides of these. A little bit of purple. Got to keep a little thing so that you can keep that dry tip clean. If you really want to ensure that you don't get anything weird on your tank, I'm going to recommend that you wrap your tank in that cellophane, like the whole part that I'm holding here. Yeah, I don't want you guys to learn to practice that because you saw me do it. See how I made that purple? Now that's a black purple right there at the end. See how it's purple right there? And then inside these is like a black purple now. And then I've got to get this. And this is really tricky because it's got to just let out the smallest amount. We don't want to get it all over the paint after we, you know, we're so careful to block that off. There we go. Make sure we got underneath it here. And then now we should be able to just kind of like flush that through. And then we're going to go to the magenta. Now the magenta can be a killer. You want to be really careful with that. Again, I'm using a really, really fine needle. It's like a 0.2, I believe, that I've got in here right now. 0. It's 0.02? I really prefer to do this without the tip on it, to be honest, without that. The magenta is the part that goes above the purple, but we can go right over the purple because it's just gonna turn the purple a little. The purple will already be purple black there at the bottom, but watch what happens and put a little magenta on there. See? Again, these inks that I'm using right now are the Intensity inks by Green Stuff World. Hold on. Getting some nice, look at that nice burn look, see? A little bit more there. There we go. See, now I can get a little bit. That'll calm down in just a second. Oh, and I didn't get this one over here. There, so we get those little guys. Now, what I like to do after I do that, because so the magenta's like got this super beautiful, deep and intense color to it. That just, I'm a huge fan of magenta in general. Dave is still out there. Hello, Neko. How's it going? Although I think it's Nico. Nico, not Neko. Hey, Stinger, what is up, mate? I'm sorry, the monitor in front of me is not working, so I can't actually see the chat until I stop what I'm doing and then look over my shoulder, you guys. How are you doing? How's things, job, life, that sort of stuff? All right, just a little bit now. And this is what makes my day. Notice how it calmed down? This is a little bit of blue. And then this gives me, this particular layering gives me the color that I personally like for the burn. So it kind of covers the magenta. I'll show you in just a second. And if you get it just right on the ends here, it also really pumps up the volume on the purple, but gives you that burnt blue color, which is like my favorite. Still keeping the colors. Let me make sure I got both those little mufflers. I did. There we go. All right. So I kind of get a gradient, really, is what it is, I guess, that I'm aiming for. There we go. All right. So it's kind of like a let me try something for just a second. No, that just, oh wow, it actually looks like a black burnt carbon there. So you get like a blue, it's got a little bit of the magenta in it, but it gets that real good carbon buildup look to it. And that's so, but I covered the magenta ink with the, it's blue. Hold on, I will tell you what blue it is. It is Tenebrous Blue, and it is an Intensity ink by Green Stuff World. So that over the magenta, first I do the black, then I do the purple, then I do the magenta over the purple, and then I touch it up with the blue. And that gives me, when you look at this, if you could see this up close, and I will take pictures for you guys so that you can see it. When you look at it up close, it really seriously looks like carbon. And like it's got the good burn on the mufflers there. All right, now I'm going to go back to the, I've got the blue in here, but I'm going to rinse it through and go back to the black for a bit. Hello, Hamster Station. What is going on? Oh, no, you had COVID. I hope you're okay. I mean, you're here, so I'm guessing that you're okay. Did you kick it out of your system? Did you not have the shot, Stinger? Did you not get the, gosh darn it, the, well, shoot. Somebody save me here. All right. Let me make sure I got it cleaned out here. Yeah, I'm going to go back to the black. Because we got to get some shading done. Oh, that sounds terrible. I am sorry to hear that, Stinger. All right. I've thinned it. And now I'm just going to come in with the black ink. And I didn't know if I'd have the energy to do the the carbon for you guys or not, so I thought I would do that first. Now I thin it a little bit because I kind of want to get like a little bit of an oily effect, right? So by thinning it, if I let a little bit extra out, I can kind of get that little bit of a dribble. So I can get a little bit of oil going on. And there'll be more colors that get built up in under here, but for right now, I really want to get some of the darker areas shadowed in and a little bit of oil dribble happening. I might just break out my Badger ghost tints for that. It's got like a plasma fluid color. Okay, so basically I'm just like darkening it up underneath of there, okay? We don't want to do that in purple. Now I'm going to come in with the ink straight, and I'm going to get a few things that I want, like these little areas right around the tracks here. I'm going to darken them up. Okay, these little areas right up underneath it here. I'm going to darken that up. I'm using an ink so that the metallic will still show through. There's going to be shadows back up in here. So I'm going to come in there and I'm going to put those shadows in. Trying to focus on where you're learning to see the paint and sketch and shade one of the things that's really helpful is to draw a diagram, a shape on a piece of paper, and fill it in. If you want to practice with your airbrush. When this is in certain lights, you'll still be able to see little bits of this metallic coming through. Which is why I put the metallic in there in the first place. And you know, people pick things up and look at them. This tank is going to Nova. Is that right? Is it called Nova Open? There we go. Hello, Wavy. Okay, there we go. Now, if you want more sparkle, you can always come in the bottom and just lay in a little bit. Let me see. Which side did I get? The other side. So we want to get this side. Right. Take a look now. See about our even. I think we got a little bit more. There we go. I think probably this right here. Got a little love on the other side. We should probably hit this right here. And this right here. All right, and once I'm done with that, then I'm going to go in with the green. You're on the phone and cooking, Wavy. That's what I call a multitasking master. Let's see. We decided that the Gorgon green was the best. Now, I'm gonna use a little mixing medium in the Gorgon green because I'm gonna thin it, as in not thin it meaning thinning texture, but thinning meaning thinning color. So I'm gonna use a little mixing medium in that in order to calm down the intensity of the green. And then we're going to come in here in these areas that we did with the black. We're going to come in and we're going to get with this green. So this is kind of some of the area where I'm going to also go up a little bit onto the body of the tank to get a little bit of that mucky feeling of having been in the water. Yeah, see how that works? This gate I'm going to get it all over the back because it drops. These guys are going to this drops into the water, is my theory. See where we're going with that? The reason I use the ink and thin it is because the ink will allow the metallic to show through. Okay? See kind of what it's doing there? Now I'm going to kind of come in, and it's more of a blotching. So I'm not exactly doing it evenly. I'm going to come in here, and I'm just going to put some green in, but I'm more blotching it to give a little more organic effect to it. Because we're going to want this green in more places than just down here where the water hit it. And of course, this door. Make sure I got both front ends with it. I did. Now I can use the leftover and spray the bottom. Not only will it give me a great effect, but it also will use up the rest of my ink. All right. Pie. Are you making like chicken pot pie? Right, so when I clean the little cup on my brush, I just want guys to know that I am not one of these people that leaves the cup all grody. This is a paintbrush specifically for this reason. And there's little bits of paint that dries along the side, and if you leave that in there, that'll end up in your paint job, and you won't be happy with that. It'll also clog your paintbrush, your airbrush, especially when you're dealing with one that's as finicky as this one, because it's made for fine detail. All right, now I'm going to paint the other pieces. Oh, I didn't get any of the green hardly at all on this. That's okay. I can come back with the ink. So one of the things that, well, let's get a track. So let's put a piece of track on. Here we go. Uh-oh. Look out. Captain and the puzzle. Oh, here we go. Is it? No. This way. Hold on. This way? No? Is it like that, or is it like this? It seems like it fits better this way. Is it like this? Oh, yeah, I see. Okay, those guys go in here like that. Is that, no? Yes? Okay, guys. You know me in the puzzles. Does it go like that? Is that right? Does another piece go on the other side, or is that like literally how it goes? Like that? No, that can't be right. No, like this. Like this, like this, like that. Yeah, that's right. Like that. That looks better. Okay, so what I was going to say is we can do Oh, thank you very much, Wavy. Do we not have any music playing today? So what I was going to show you before we go, so that we can allow it to dry. So, you know, you've got these tracks coming up here, right? So this area here, one of the things that you can do is you can get the ghost tint. And this particular color is called oil discharge, right? But I mostly use it because it's black. But it's also clear. And I have to come back in here with a whole lot of weathering and stuff. So I don't want to get like too crazy. Basically, we can let that dry. And the nice thing about this is that because it's also clear, you still can see your metallic and your paint and everything that you've done through it. And then some of these areas that are a lot nicer, it'll really show up nice through. This is a product that I get from Badger. It's called a ghost tint. I have all of them. I love them. They come in so handy. They're really amazing in an airbrush, by the way. Now I will use this one. And then I'm going to come in here and use the brown. But what I really like about them is how you can see paint and stuff through them. They're thicker than just like you know, like a lot of clear tints. Thicker than an ink. About the consistency of your acrylic when it's thinned properly. Okay, so we like to keep these tracks nice and looped, especially if they're going in the water. So I'm coming in here and putting this in here at this point. And then once that dries, I will actually come in and I will go in with a brown. So there's also Ghost Tint Brown. I will come back for these plates to give them like a more of a silver look. Some of these areas I'm going to want a little darker and a little greasier. But I do come back and clean some of that up. I have not painted the tracks. I probably should consider that. Wavy, hun, if you just want to do a some sort of a exchange thing through PayPal or something, I'll just get them for you and send them out there. Yeah, you'd really enjoy them. They there's a lot about ghost tints that is a real bonus, you guys, for sure. I like using them for eyes and water and oh, I have music, but it's awful. You know, I can't hear the music. A geek usually chooses the music for me. You'll have to tell him. Okay, so this takes a minute to dry, but as you can see, it also dries kind of shiny. So do you see how you're kind of getting that oil-like fluid effect from it? The plasma fluid, the brown, and the oil discharge, excuse me, of course, and magenta are, I think, probably my favorites. And so, like, it dries pretty quickly, but it dries shiny. So it's hard to tell, like, if it's dry or not. But I'd like to show you the brown over that. So we get the discoloration just right. So basically, if you'll notice the difference now as we come in with the brown, how it gives it that kind of feel of grime being in there now, not, you know, not just the black. But you see how that works? See that it's got a more of a gold color to it. And I like that, especially in this case, you know, we're going for ocean. So that's gonna tie in really good because of that gold color that it's going to kind of give the green. We can come up here up front and probably really see it. It's got a little bit of that, no, I guess kind of slimy seaweed color to it. Now, I'm going to take this and I'm going to paint my barnacles with it. Mostly the insides. And like ink, it's going to soak right down into the centers of my barnacles. And it's also going to fill all the little recesses of the barnacles. I'm using a nice long brush so that we can get that. Not to mention, we can go right down around the base of the barnacle, keeping in mind as we do this that where the barnacle attaches is going to be, it's not going to be, there's a perfect paint job because the barnacle has debris that builds up like right around its base. So I'm going to use this brown to paint the barnacle and just around the base of the barnacle where it's discolored where the barnacle attaches to the metal, like so. I think that ghost tints is one of my favorite things for doing terrain with as well. It really does soak nicely into little recesses and things. So you can get really good effects from it. But you see where, like, if the barnacle was attached, you would probably have a little something going on around it. Because barnacle. Now you could probably do this with an ink, but I'm extremely fond of the way that the ghost tints perform because they leave a little buildup. So if you're like trying to get to the base here, you could use a liner and get a very respectable line that is a buildup, which I will go back for. Probably with a green. I'm just painting inside of them all so that they're nice and dark in there. So when I come through with the colors that are on the exterior of the barnacle, they'll stand out really good. Also, the areas where there might be a little bit of super glue where he glued the barnacles on, I'm just kind of dabbing a little bit of this right on that to make it kind of look like where maybe some more barnacles are starting. So rather than looking like a little bit of super glue, it looks like there's a barnacle starting to grow there because of the color. His placement of the barnacles was just absolutely amazing. I was so impressed with how he did it. He made all these barnacles for me. You know that, you guys? Custom made these barnacles to put on this tank for me. Because Pop Goes the Monkey. You guys gotta check out his, I mean, not that he makes custom barnacles for people, but he has like all kinds of custom stuff on his site that he makes for orcs and marines. And oh my God, it's amazing, you guys. Absolutely amazing. Yeah, so just kind of these areas that are a little bit raised, I just kind of added a little bit more. And now you can kind of see how they're like nice and dark on the inside. See how that works out? The ones that are drying. A little bit of debris around the edges. We can come back and add a little bit of matte medium so that we don't have shiny barnacles. Here's some barnacles that got forgotten. I really appreciate it on the music, Wavy. Thank you. I know people complain about the music a lot. I don't really know what to do about it. All right, now as we come up onto, so this is the area of barnacles down here that get in the water more. As we come up to the barnacles that are up here, we'll make the brush smaller so the line around them, because it's washed away more frequently. These are going in the water more, so they're going to have a little bit more buildup. The ones that are on the top are going to have a little bit less because it's washed away regularly. But as you can see, that brown adds that kind of more green, mossy-like color to what we're doing. Uh-oh. Oh, no, those barnacles are on top. Okay. So, you guys, that's about as much as I can take today. I'm going to call it a little bit early. I know normally I'm here till about 2:30, but I'm going to need to go ice my back. So, let us turn this off. This little baby's going to dry. I'll take some pictures of where we're at with this for you guys. So many beautiful little pieces. You guys aren't in the picture. There. That'll make a good picture. I'll come back for that later. Oh, you go eat, Wavy. I love you too. All right, guys. So that's our tank excursion. Our tank excursion. So again, now we were using the green stuff world, right? So we were using some intensity ink. Let's get a focus in on that so that you guys know what we're using in case you want any of this for your own personal supply, right? We're using the intensity ink, this green, and we used some of this blue. We used some magenta. That was on our pipe burn. Let me see. We used some of the purple on the pipe burn. And we used the, let's see. We were using the color shifts, which why aren't they where they're supposed to be? All right, hold on just a second. I do have to get a lid. Seems like there we go. Okay, we had the black here, and then we had the 2 intensity ink colors. I'm sorry, the 2 color shift colors. Where'd they go? Here we were using this black one. These are all the intensity inks that we were using. Those are all green stuff world, okay? Oh, Wagenstein, I'm sorry. My spine is screaming at me. I have got to quit a little bit early today. It's nice to see you out there. It's nice to see you out there. We're talking about what we used for today. Let me see. And then we didn't use this one because we decided for the color shift was the main colors on the, there we go. The 2 main colors we used for the tank, primarily, it was Toxic Purple color shift. And then we used some of the Borealis Green color shift on it. It was primed with a Stynylrez Gloss Black. All right. And then we used, this is by Badger Air, and this is the Ghost Tint. We used Ghost Tint Brown and Ghost Tint Oil Discharge. Is that right? Yes. Oil Discharge and Ghost Tint Brown. And those 2 were to create the muck around the base of the tracks and the barnacles right now. We're building them up with this brown right here, and then we did some of the shadowing, kind of like some greasy look in the track area. And so these are the colors that we used today. All right, as well as painting our little our little friends. Most of them were definitely green stuff world, but these, if you don't have ghost tints on your desk, you definitely might want to consider it. They definitely have a place. And as I move forward to build the dynamics of it, I'm sure more colors will come into play. Let us take a peek at who is out there streaming and go give our love to that person. I'm going to have to raid and run, you guys, because, yeah, my back says that the spine actually has got the shark thing happening, and I'm supposed to stop it before the shark thing happens. Let me see here. I think that, oh, I haven't rated Maha Run in a minute. I love that turtle too. Oh, Ishan, thank you so much. Oh yes, please do inform me immediately when the box arrives. I am very, very curious about its arrival. Well, you know what? We were talking about Necron Warriors earlier. Let's raid Chris Frozen. He is painting Necron Warriors, and a lot of good stuff to learn from Chris Frozen involving Necron Warriors. He's really fast too, really, really super fast. But I will have to raid and run, you guys. Definitely. Oh, thank you very much, you guys. Thank you so much for showing up. I am so sorry that I have to just click out. There we go. Chris Frozen. Okay, are you guys ready? So you guys know the drill, right? Hopefully I will be here Friday. I am definitely, working it up. So between now and, right, today's Tuesday, right? Tuesday, Friday, right? Between now and then, you guys, self-care. If you do not care for yourself, all right, you cannot care for anything else. And between now and when I see you again on Friday, if you will do me a favor, brushes, paints, miniatures, and get your fucking paint on. Let's pop in and see Chris. Thank you guys so much for being here. My heart goes out to you. Thank you. And thank you for all the kind words with what's been going on. You guys all take care of yourselves. I'll see you on Friday. Did it go? Bye, Samini.